Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to automatically save tweets that you like into a Notion table. We're going to use Notion, Twitter, obviously, and a third-party app or service called Zapier. So, as I said, to do this, we need to use a third-party app called Zapier. And what's Zapier? Basically, Zapier is an automation service. What it does is it allows the apps that you use to talk to each other. So you can tell Zapier to do things in one app based on events that take place in another app. In our case, we want to tell Zapier to look in our Twitter account, and when we like a tweet, take that tweet and save it into a table in Notion. So to do this, we need to create an integration in in Notion. So go to your Notion account or Notion page, and then in the menu on the left hand side, if you're using the web version as I am, under settings and members, right down at the bottom here, click on integrations. You should see a blank. If you haven't done any integrations yet, you should see a blank form here or page. So right down at the bottom here, click on develop your own integrations, because that's what we're doing, right? We're going to create a new integration. Click this big box here that says create a new integration, and now fill in this form. Right, I'm just gonna call this save liked tweets. You can upload an image optionally, and then I'm gonna associate this with my Notion page. Submit. That's it. Let's go back to Notion, to my integrations. Oh no, skip this page. Go back to the previous tab. I'm just gonna get out. So if you go into the settings and members tab and click on integrations again, you should now see this thing here. That's the integration we're going to use. Essentially, an integration is like a gateway into your Notion account, which allows other apps to either read information or push information into. Okay. Next, we're going to create this a page and a table where we want to save the tweets. So I'm just going to create a new page here called let's say liked tweets, and create a table here. So this is where our tweets will go. I'm just gonna call this first column tweet content, and then I also want to save the URL of the tweet itself so that I can go back to the original tweet if I want to. Right, once we've done that, we then need to share this database or this page with the integration that we just created before. So in the share button here, click in this field. As you can see, it says add people, emails, groups, or integrations, right? Click on this. You'll see your integration listed here. This is the one we created earlier. So I'm just going to click it and then click invite. That's it, that's done, right? Make sure it says can edit here. Essentially what we've done is we've told Notion that we want to allow this integration to write to our database here or to this page. Okay, now we've done that bit in Notion. Next step is we have to go into Zapier. I'm going to go into Zapier here now. Once you've signed up, you'll see this page. Or if you don't, just go into the left menu and you can see a button called Make a Zap. So make a Zap. So now we're going to create a new Zap that's going to do all of this automation for us. Right. Okay, let's name our Zap here. I'm just going to call it save like tweets to Notion. You can call it whatever you want. Cool. First thing, we have to set up a trigger. A trigger is basically we're telling Zap what event to look for in Twitter, right? So in our case, we want it to look for events where we like a particular tweet. So first, let's search the app field for Twitter here. Once we've done that, we can choose the event, and here, I've got it here, liked. Triggers when a specific user likes a tweet. Choose this one. Click on continue. Now we need to choose an account. So I want it to use my Twitter account. So I'm just gonna sign in here. Follow, no, yes, yes, authorize Zapier. So this will take me back to Zapier. Now I've got my Twitter account authenticated, connected to Zapier. Click continue. Okay, so next we tell Zapier which account we want it to look for likes from, which is our own account. So for this field, just type in your own Twitter username. And then click continue. That's it. Now you can test it, and I recommend you test it so that you know that it's working. Let's see, test. Okay, so it's picked up this tweet here, and I think it's one of the tweets that I liked, which is great. So that's working. Click on continue. Okay, now that's done. We've set up the trigger. Now we need to set up the action. What do we want to happen? Well, what we want to happen is to put that tweet that we liked into Notion, right? So in the app, look for Notion. Ignore the by invite here. It's open to everyone. Now choose an event. We want to create a database item. So choose this one. Click continue. Choose a Notion account. Right. So this is when we need to go back to Notion to copy a secure token, right? So click on choose an account. Ignore these top 3 accounts. I was using those for testing earlier, so you'll probably see nothing in here. Click on connect a new account, and you will see this form pop up, right? Put that form to one side. Now go back to your Notion page or Notion account. Go back to your integrations under settings, integration, and on this integration here, click the 3 dots, click copy internal integration token, and then you'll see this pop up here. That's your token right there. Click on copy token. Now go back to that window we've just pushed aside on Zapier. Click in the field here and paste that secure token you just copied from Notion, and then click yes, continue. This window should close, and now it should take you back to the Zapier window. So now it's created a new Notion account and connected that to Zapier. Now you can click continue. Right, so now what action do we want to happen? Click on this field here, and then remember that database. Well, I'll go back. Remember in Notion we created this liked tweets page with a table in it. Right, go back to Zapier, choose that database, it should see that database. So we've got it there, right? Now it should pick up all the columns from the table. So if we go back to the like tweets page, remember we've got a column called tweet content and another column called URL. If you go back to Zapier, you can see that it's picked them up. Content, I'm not sure why this is here and I can't see it being used anywhere, so we can ignore this content block here. But if you know what this is for, please let me know in the comments below so we can all learn from you. So tweet content, what do we want to put into the tweet content column? Click on that and you can see all the different information we can get from the tweet, right? So I want to put this text of the tweet into the tweet content column. Close that. And into the URL, I want to put the URL of the tweet in there. You've got tons of other options as well. If you click show all options, you've got loads of other things, but ignore that for now. It's something for you to play with later. That's it. We've told Zapier what to put into the table. Now we can click continue. Right. Now we can test it. Remember, always test. So I'm going to click test and review. Click test here. I should say now a database item was sent to Notion just now. It looks like it's done it. So let's go back to Notion to see if it's in there. Yep. As you can see, it's entered the content and the URL of it. Useful stuff. Let's go back to Zapier. The only thing left to do is to say turn on Zap. Click that. You can share your Zap as well, but that's beyond the scope of this video. But yeah, just look in the Zapier's documentation about sharing this with your friends and colleagues. So I'm gonna close this. That's it. Your Zap is on. Let's go to Twitter and check it out. Try it out. I'm going to go back to Notion now. As you can see, I've only got that test tweet. That Zapier test tweet. I'm just going to delete it. Let's go into Twitter and find another tweet to how about something to do with the popular, if you're into crypto, this would be your probably be on this as well. Cool. I am gonna tweet, I'm gonna save this one, right? Like it. Now if you're on the free Zapier account, Zapier will only read your tweets every 2 or 3 minutes, so you won't see your liked tweet straight away, but you'll see it after 2 or 3 minutes. But within those 2 or 3 minutes, however many tweets that you like, Zapier will read all of them and put all of them into your table. And there we go. That tweet is now in the table in Notion. So now you can integrate it with your workflow. Perhaps you want to follow up on the tweet, or perhaps you want to just bookmark stuff. You have now a way to automate the likes on Twitter into your Notion tables database. So I hope that's been useful, and if you want to try it out, but if you have problems or comments, and if you wanted to reach out, I'm on Twitter @Faris, or just message in the comments area below. And for a much easier way to bookmark tweets, have a look at Markfolder, markfolder.com. It's a browser extension that lets you easily save tweets into different folders, so you can save them and have them organized so you can find them again later. There will be a Notion and Zapier integration coming, so have a look and let me know what you think. Thank you.